Hi guys, it's Alexi coming at you with this week's installment of Retro Gaming Goodness. February is chock full of surprises, whether it be new retro games, updates on some upcoming retro consoles, or some sweet modern ports for classics from the past. Best believe we got you covered for all things retro. This time we're looking at a fan favorite that's finally coming back right on time. A modern handheld console with a few new bells and whistles. And lastly, a spiritual successor to a timeless franchise that seemingly just keeps getting better. Stick around, you're in for a ride. But before that, make sure to like and subscribe so you'll always be up to date with the latest retro news. Click that bell icon so you'll know exactly when our news goes live. Let's go! First up, we got classic city builder Pharaoh making its surprising yet very welcome comeback to the PC. This is all in line with its much-awaited remake, Pharaoh, A New Era, brought to us by indie developers Triskel Interactive. Overall, we can expect a quality title from the people who brought us Lethis, Path of Progress, and Lethis, Daring Discovers. So get hyped. The original game came out on PC way back in 1998. Developers Impressions Games collaborated with publishers Sierra Studios to ensure that gamers back then had a solid title that encapsulated Egyptian themes with RTS action. It's a great nostalgia trip for anyone just looking to unwind and relive the simpler times of ancient Egypt. Pharaoh New Era was set for release back in 2020, but we all know what happened back then. Thankfully, come February 15th, we'll finally be getting that sweet title. If you want to check this out, it's currently on pre-order for PC via Steam. Do you miss the Game Boy Color? Do you also wish it had a few more knobs and buttons? Well, it's a good thing Go Retroid is working on a console that seems to really fit that specific description. It's almost like they were able to read your minds. Now, the Retro Handhelds Discord channel is always abuzz, and a certain user named Roland just dropped what looks to be some leaked images of the latest Retro Pocket handheld, the Vertical. All things considered, take this with a bit of hype and a huge grain of salt. The Retro Pocket Vertical shares the same overall shape as the GBC, save for a few added features. Up front, it's nearly identical with the Start Select buttons and D-pad all aligned in a similar fashion. The differences come in the form of some additional action buttons, 2 very conspicuous joysticks up front, and 4 triggers at the back, clearly to accommodate modern titles. The design clearly isn't for everyone, but it's an interesting concept nonetheless. In addition to the modern GBC overhaul, we also peeped a micro HDMI port, 1 SD card slot, and 2 USB-C ports. If this does turn out to be a legitimate Go Retroid console, then we'll be seeing some interesting reviews on the horizon. Until then, keep those classic Game Boy colors handy. Last but not least, we're taking a trip into some vampire slaying territory. We're getting a Scorpion engine-powered Castlevania game for the Amiga, and it follows a younger Maria Renard who made her much adultier appearance in Symphony of the Night. The fan-made title Maria Renard's Revenge just dropped some sweet new gameplay recently, and it's something worth getting hyped about, given how much of a classic Castlevania Symphony of the Night was. The game is still in its early stages, so we've yet to have a release date. Still, we're looking to get some charming graphics, a lovely soundtrack, smooth scrolling, multiple parallax layers, and different detailed areas that look to tug on our nostalgic heartstrings. Just the same way Simon, Trevor, and Richter did, with a massive vampire-killing whip. The beta is out right now and runs on the Amiga 1200 with fast RAM as well as the A500 Mini. Well, there you have it. Another week of sweet retro gaming goodness. If you have suggestions on any news to cover, or if we missed anything, let us know down below. As always, don't forget to like the video so YouTube's algorithm shows us some love. This has been Alexi, and I'll catch you again next time.